according to law enforcement sources, that her body was not intact, and that it appeared that she may have been dead inside that car for an extended period of time.
Disturbing new footage has gone viral after the body of a teenage girl was discovered inside a Tesla registered to rising music star David Anthony Burke, better known simply as David. The shocking part isn't just the death itself, it's the fact that David knew the victim, and their connection appears to be far deeper than friendship. While David has tried to hide the truth about the nature of their relationship, shocking details continue to surface. And none of them look good for him. The scandal began on September 8, 2025, when employees at Hollywood Tow on Bluebird Avenue made a chilling discovery. Days earlier, on September 3rd, a Tesla had been towed from Daney Drive in the Hollywood Hills. Workers at the lot noticed an overpowering stench coming from the vehicle, one that grew stronger each day. Finally, unable to ignore it, they alerted the Los Angeles Police Department. When LAPD officers pried open the Tesla's frunk, the small storage space in the front of the car, they were hit with the unmistakable smell of death. Inside, wrapped in a bag, was a severely decomposed body. The remains were so deteriorated that investigators couldn't even determine the gender at first. But one thing was certain, this wasn't an ordinary tow yard discovery. It was the beginning of a homicide investigation tied to one of music's biggest rising stars. According to NBC News, the Tesla was registered in David's name. But registration doesn't always mean recent use or ownership, and that ambiguity immediately fueled speculation. Who had last driven the car? Why had it been left sitting for weeks in one of Los Angeles's most exclusive neighborhoods? And most chilling of all, how did a teenage girl end up dead inside? For days, police and the Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's Office remained tight-lipped as they worked to identify the victim. With the advanced state of decomposition, even confirming gender was nearly impossible.
A decomposed, currently unidentifiable dead body has been found in a car out in LA. And who was this car registered to? A famous singer.
On September 17, 2025, the mystery unraveled. Officials publicly identified the victim as 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, a teenager from Lake Elsinore, California. She had been reported missing since April 2024. The identification hinged on key details: jewelry she was wearing, physical features, and most importantly, a small tattoo on her right index finger that read SH. According to NBC Los Angeles, that tattoo was a decisive factor in linking the remains to Celeste. Her devastated mother later confirmed the identification. When Celeste first vanished, police and volunteers launched extensive searches. But with no solid leads, the case quickly went cold. For more than a year, her family lived in limbo, clinging to hope. That hope ended with the gruesome discovery in David's Tesla. To the outside world, Celeste was a lively, curious teenager with her whole life ahead of her. But her mother later revealed troubling signs. Before disappearing, Celeste had been dating someone named David. Investigators immediately noted the eerie connection. Her secret boyfriend's name matched the real name of the music star whose Tesla now contained her remains. Even stranger, witnesses told Rolling Stone that the Tesla had been sitting abandoned in the Hollywood Hills as early as May 2025, months before being towed. The fact that no one retrieved it made the case even darker.
We're called to this tow yard. It's called Hollywood Tow. They open the front trunk and they find this body wrapped up in a bag.
The abandoned Tesla raised pressing questions. Why hadn't David, or anyone close to him, retrieved the vehicle? Could someone else have been using it? Was it deliberately left behind? These remain central questions in the LAPD's investigation.
So much that a car is just as much a computer as it is a vehicle. So there's going to be tons of information stored on the memory board of that car.
Because Teslas function like rolling computers, detectives hope to extract crucial digital evidence. GPS history, door logs, and dashcam footage could help reconstruct exactly who used the vehicle and when. Any of this data could prove vital in establishing the timeline leading to Celeste's death.
That the car may just be a secondary location, that there may have been an incident leading to.
How do they process the car? What are they looking for? Fingerprints, DNA, sequence of events? What do they do?
As soon as the news broke that a body had been discovered in David's car, the internet erupted. Outlets like ABC7 and CBS scrambled to confirm details, while gossip sites and fan forums fueled speculation. Some fans argued David was on tour at the time and couldn't have put the body there himself. Others said the connection was undeniable, that there was no way a dead girl just happened to end up in his Tesla. A few floated conspiracy theories, claiming the car was planted to frame him.
And not to play conspiracy theory, but there's always a possibility here, right, that perhaps that person who did this, right, wanted the body to be found. If David has nothing to do with this, there is always a possibility that the body was placed in his car.
By the time Celeste was identified, the story had exploded into an international scandal. David, a 20-year-old artist who rose to fame on TikTok with tracks like Romantic Homicide, suddenly found his career hanging by a thread. The outrage intensified when alleged Discord messages between David and Celeste surfaced. Screenshots suggested they had been in contact since 2022, when Celeste was just 12 and David was 17. By 2023, when she was 13 and he was 18, the messages allegedly turned romantic. These claims sparked accusations of grooming, where an older person builds trust with a child to exploit them later. If true, the implications are devastating. In California, the age of consent is 18, meaning any sexual involvement could amount to statutory rape. Photos only fueled suspicions. Viral images showed Celeste and David together, one even in matching Hello Kitty outfits. Both reportedly had the same SH tattoo on their fingers. For many, this wasn't coincidence, it was evidence of a secret, intimate connection. Though the LAPD hasn't officially named David a suspect, online investigators were convinced. The leaked chats, the tattoo, the photos, they painted a disturbing picture.
But there's always a possibility here, right, that perhaps that person who did this, right, wanted the body to be found. And whether or not there is a situation where they wanted to throw suspicion on him.
Social media became a courtroom. Hashtags like #DavidExposed and #Groomer trended worldwide. Fans split into two camps. Some defended him, arguing the evidence was circumstantial. Others said even the appearance of a relationship with a 14-year-old was unforgivable. The fallout was immediate. Crocs and Hollister ended partnerships. His concerts were cancelled. Streaming numbers plummeted. Romantic Homicide dropped 15% in a single day. His label issued a cautious statement, offering cooperation with investigators but no strong defense. Meanwhile, the LAPD stressed that the investigation was ongoing. Without hard forensic evidence, DNA, authenticated messages, or Tesla data, charges may not be possible. Still, in the court of public opinion, David was already condemned. The discovery of Celeste Rivas's body inside David's Tesla has already sent shockwaves through Los Angeles, the music industry, and the online world. Even if he is never charged, his name is forever tied to her tragedy. The Tesla, the tattoo, the timeline. Together, they have carved his reputation into a scandal the world will never forget.